What is going on, everybody? Today we're going to analyze the tape of defensive tackle Christian Barmore, who had an absolute monster game against the Cleveland Browns. Now, he only played in 31 snaps. He was apparently benched, according to Coach Vrabel. And there's not a whole lot of information out, at least as I'm recording this video, as to what happened. Either way, I'm not sure if that benching pissed this guy off because he came out there and dominated. Christian Barmore came in there and impacted so many different plays. Here's going to be a flea flicker screenplay that the Cleveland Browns are going to design. And it has no chance because Barmore's back there. He's blowing it up. The tight end's unable to slip out of there. He doesn't have the time. The play doesn't really develop because of it. And again, Christian Barmore just basically blows it up. Now, he is playing out wide, so he has the offensive tackle in front of him. The tackle's going to jump set. Barmore gets off the block super quickly, generates that pressure, and the quarterback just chucks it in the ground. That's a really, really nice play right there. But there are a ton of these type of reps where Barmore was getting into the backfield. On this one here, you're going to get a 3rd and 5. Barmore's going to do a pretty nice job being able to pressure the quarterback, and once again, the quarterback gets off the spot. And on this one here, you do have a guy that's kind of open downfield, but it is an incomplete pass. 3rd and 5. Once again, Christian Barmore's going to go up against a pretty good guard in Wyatt Teller. Some people think that's a top 5 guard right there. And Barmore's going to do a phenomenal job being able to beat the hands. Now, he does get double teamed on this. Do you understand? The Patriots are going to run a defensive line game. They're going to have Barmore take a wide pass rush, and then Landry's going to end up coming underneath. To me, Barmore does a really good job not only beating the guard, but he's going to set up well to the left side of this guard, so the offensive tackle cannot overtake Barmore. So when Landry comes underneath here the way he does, the guard has to let go of Barmore if he wants to get to Landry. And you also see the tackle kind of holds on this one. But either way, it's a really good job to be able to generate a little bit of pressure. The quarterback throws it, and it's an incomplete pass. You're going to have another really nice play here. This one's going to be 3rd and 9. Once again, Barmore's going to end up running the game with Landry. And once again, Barmore's going to beat the hands of this offensive guard. And that's going to allow him to set up and essentially hit that corner. And you see, once again, the quarterback's going to get pressured. 3rd and 9, incomplete pass. Just a really good job generating a little bit of pressure. You know, when I watch defensive linemen and then I'm analyzing tape, the thing that I look forward to is just to see if a guy can beat the guy in front of him. Can defensive tackle beat that offensive guard, or if it's an edge player, can he beat that tackle? And on this one here, you can definitely see that Barmore is going to beat Wyatt Teller. Right? He's going to beat the hands. Teller's going to get those hands up. Barmore's going to end up swiping those hands. And Teller's arms are all off here. So really good job by Barmore to be able to hit that corner. And again, he gets double teamed. And that's going to free up the defensive end to kind of come underneath. But also to keep in mind, on this one here, the center is sliding towards the left. So you got a 3-on-2 situation. But again, to me, I always watch tape and see if a guy can beat the guy in front of him. And Barmore does do that. He does collapse the pocket, and the quarterback feels that. And the quarterback gets out of there, and of course, it's going to be an incomplete pass. So it's a really good job by the defense on this one. Now, as I showed you guys that last play, I should also just throw it out there. Christian Barmore is double teamed a lot. It's not, not saying it's unfair, but like so many snaps where this guy's going to be the guy that's going to get that slide. Plays like this where he's going to get double teamed. Here's another one. Once again, he's going to be the guy that ends up getting the double team block. And it's a very difficult thing to be able to consistently beat double teams. It's part of how you stop the best interior defensive linemen. Ultimately, you slide towards those guys and you just double team them. Right? It is what it is. But it is important to note that a lot of the times, when Christian Barmore is double teamed, it does open it up for other guys to get into true one-on-one opportunities. It allows other guys to be able to kind of run freely and make some plays. Also, I want to show you guys this interception by Robert Spillane. You guys can see him here. He's going to end up dropping off, and he's going to come right underneath this and intercept the pass. Just a really, really good play call by the Patriots. And of course, Robert Spillane just being the guy that makes those plays. Last season, this guy was with the Raiders, and he was phenomenal. I am surprised that the Las Vegas Raiders let this guy go. Such a smart, instinctive football player. And he's been making plays for the Patriots this season anytime I watched him on tape, at least. Which is not surprising to me, but also just give credit, man, to this play call. It's a really, really nicely designed play. I'm just backing this up here. You put 53 off the ball the way you do here, and you put 14 on the line of scrimmage. What that means is the offensive line is going to essentially slide towards this side, right? So you're going to get some guys that are going to be unchecked, like, for example, 53 on this one. Sure, the running back might have the responsible of 53, but what happens if you bring the safety as well? What happens if you bring the slot corner off the other edge? You just don't have enough guys. And then on top of that, Robert Spillane, who the guard here is tasked to block, is going to drop off of this. And the quarterback's just never going to see it. So it's a really good job simulating pressure here by the New England Patriots. And of course, that's going to allow the New England Patriots to get this interception. Game was kind of over already at this point. Not 100%, it was only technically a 9-point game. But this one kind of ends it. Just a really, really nice snap by Robert Spillane. Check this next play out. Just a really, really nice, powerful rep by Christian Barmore here. Watch him take on the block here. Gets off the block and just blows it up. I mean, there is no tight end in the NFL that's going to be able to block Christian Barmore. If you're going to run duo or any sort of zone concepts or power concepts where you have to double team the defensive tackle here, I think it's best not to put your tight end in a one-on-one at some point with a guy like Barmore. I mean, he's going to blow it up. You see him here do a phenomenal job with the hands, right? Understanding the situation, takes on the tight end, controls this guy, gets his eyes into the backfield. As soon as the running back has the football, look at him just shed and toss this guy to the side, gets off the block and just blows it up just to gain about a yard. Just a phenomenal job by Christian Barmore. I want to go ahead and just show you guys 2 more snaps as well. And these snaps come in sequence from this game against the Browns. On this one here, Christian Barmore is going to do a pretty nice job being able to take on the double team block. Robert Spillane is going to step up and he's going to essentially make the play. And this play is important because you guys know what happens on the next play. And I want to give credit here to Spillane. He comes downhill. And he does a really nice job being able to get there. But you also got to give credit here to Christian Barmore. And, these are some of those things that kind of go unnoticed at times. But you guys can see how this play is going to work out. Those 3 guys block that way. And essentially, you have these 3 guys that have to block these 3 guys. And what's going to end up happening here is Christian Barmore is going to end up eating 2 blocks. So there's no one that's going to take on Spillane. And he ends up going free. So keep an eye here on the defensive tackle. Phenomenal job taking on the double team, right? You're not really able to kind of release there. Also, number 94 does dump the inside pretty nicely, which does make it hard for them to ultimately pass this off. But just a really good job by a really, really good, powerful defensive line. And then, of course, on the very next play, 2nd and 9, you're essentially going to get a safety due to an intentional grounding penalty. And, of course, number 90 is going to be the one that generates the pressure, right? He gets the closest to the quarterback. He's the guy that kind of beats that offensive. I believe it's the extra offensive tackle that they bring in that he ends up beating. But just a great job being able to shoot that gap. And you'll see that once again as he shoots that gap. Quarterback gets that pressure right there, right? Christian Barmore's right there, almost able to kind of get there. And with that, the quarterback's going to throw this pass. There's no one out there. And you're going to get that flag, and you're essentially going to force a safety from this play right here. So that's a really, really, really good job by the defensive tackle. And then, of course, the next drive that the Patriots are going to come in, Christian Barmore, once again, is going to do a pretty nice job of generating pressure. Now, as I stated, there's a lot of slides to Christian Barmore's side, and he's going to get double teamed, and it's hard to get off double team blocks. But regardless of him being double teamed, he's still dominant. He still gets after the quarterback. He still generates that pressure. And on this one, he does a really, really good job, and Milton Williams gets in there. Jennings kind of gets in there. Ponder also kind of ends up getting in there as well. And Christian Barmore, you got to give him a lot of credit on this one. Phenomenal job. Beats the double team. Beats the tackle. Collapses the pocket. And Milton Williams and Jennings kind of split this one. Phenomenal football player, if you guys ask me. Christian Barmore does not get the credit that he deserves. Super, super underrated. The guy's a really good football player. And he is on pace right now to have the most pressures among the interior defensive tackles. I think he technically ranks 3rd right now, but if you guys look at it at a per snap basis, among guys that at least qualify, he's right up there at the top. He's having a phenomenal season. And I also wanted to show you guys just a couple more plays from the last 2 weeks as well. We checked in on Christian Barmore a couple weeks back, so I just wanted to kind of make a follow-up video. He did have a couple of nice plays against the Titans. You have a 2nd and 2. The Tennessee Titans are going to try to run the football, and Christian Barmore is going to blow it up. He's going to do a phenomenal job getting off the block, forces the running back to have to bend it back inside. I mean, this right here is some impressive stuff. And the Patriots defense this year has been really, really, really good. And if you guys watch it from a scheme perspective, Barmore's doing a lot of the dirty work, and I think it kind of goes unnoticed at times. Plays like this where he takes on the double team, he slips through there, right, and he resets the line of scrimmage. When the running back sees this right here, he knows there's no way he's going to be able to hit this to the left, and essentially force him to have to bend it back to the inside. You got the rest of the guys kind of chasing from the backside. This one ends up losing a yard. He had another really nice rep, super quick pressure, 2nd and 4, quick game type of situation for the offense. And once again, just generating that pressure, right? Another one here, once again, it's going to end up beating the right guard. Just straight up swipes and swims. Phenomenal job by Barmore. Again, just a really, really good defensive tackle. And I am interested to see kind of what the situation is that happened. I hope it's not a type of situation where like leads to a guy getting traded. I think the New England Patriots defensive tackle Christian Barmore is such a good football player, and he is going to go unnoticed at this point. And it is unfortunate that he only ended up playing in 31 snaps. But Barmore's looked good this season, third in pressures right now. And just a lot of these type of plays, man. Just dominant, physical, going through people. Right, he's got plays like this. Phenomenal job by Barmore. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, man. It was a quick one, but I did want to talk a little bit about Christian Barmore's game that he had, because it was a really, really nice game. Only 31 plays. And he got after it, right? Multiple times that this guy was getting close. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time with another video.